Welcome to another edition of Big Scott 35 Cards. Tonight, I'm going to go over some of my pickups from the Chantilly Card Show, Northern Virginia, on my vacation this past couple of weeks. Back in Virginia, visiting with my friends and family. So let's take a look and enjoy. How y'all doing tonight? I'm gonna open up some. Well, not even gonna open up anything. I'm just gonna show you things show some items that I got from the card show I went to a couple weeks ago when I went back home to Virginia. Wearing a hat. They've been playing really, really good. Thought I'd represent them a little bit tonight. It's about the only good team that I have going on right now. My Cowboys really haven't been doing well, and of course I got my Mets T-shirt on, and wait till next year, I guess, and we're gonna have to do a lot of building. But anyway, we'll get right into it. I went to a card show, and it was called the Chantilly Card Show. It was in a Dulles Expo Center, which was like a Target or something they made it into an expo center. It was a hurricane coming through that weekend, so I think some vendors stayed away because I know some vendors that said they were going to be there that I've talked to at previous shows that how I found out about this show wasn't there, but I believe it had like 60 uh, players there autographing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went on Saturday. I wish I was there on Friday, but I had previous plans, which I was glad I did. Um, but a lot of the Capitals were there, Washington Capitals, including Vetchkin, and it wasn't a lot to get their autograph, and I kind of missed out on that. But if it's meant to be, it'll come back around, and uh, they do this show by 3 times a summer, I guess, from what I understand, and it wasn't nearly as big as like the National or anything like that, but it was bigger than a mall show, and it was bigger than something a lot of other shows I've been to. But it was basically your standard guys with boxes and selling. There's a lot more of very like dollar boxes and cut autographs and things like that, where there were low price stuff there, along with some regular price stuff. But there were deals to be had there, and I'm going to show you some. But first, let me show you just something I got in the mail this week. Of course, some tops. Turn back the clock. Uh, and this is Mookie Betts, Lindor. And I haven't even looked at these. So Bregman, Altuve, Acuna, Christian Yelich, which I wish he played a little bit better in the playoffs. Which I was happy I went home when I did. I got to spend time with my dad and watch the ball games. Felt like old days with me and him watching the ball games. He gets a little excited, but that's okay. Uh, Here's another one. Tani, Andujar, Soto, Acuna. I remember getting these. I almost bought several sets of these because it was such good combinations of players. Baez, Yelich, which contenders. deGrom, Scherzer, Snell, Sale. So I really like those cards, like the award winners. So I'll get those sleeved up and put away. And a little footnote for you people: Jackie Bradley Jr. is from my area. He played one community over, um, high school, that actually one of my friend's wife teaches at now. And so there's a lot of excitement about him in the World Series. And my parents actually know his parents. And so a lot of excitement about him winning the MVP. So that was pretty cool to be around home when that was going on. So I don't like any team, but I hope he wins the World Series, gets a ring. I left the card back home, see if I can't get it autographed. But I've been talking about this one card where I've been looking for. I don't have this autograph on anything. I did pick up it today on eBay, which I'll probably show you next week sometime. But I'm excited to get this on Jacob deGrom. I'm really excited. It's a 3 of 10 red ink Allen Ginter 2017. And red ink is really sought after in the hobby for Allen Ginter and like Topps Heritage and things like that. So I was real happy to get this. As you see, it was a redemption with that top sticker on top. So I'll show you this, and I got a story about how I got these two cards. And then this one, since I was in Northern Virginia, Washington Capitals country, I don't know a lot about hockey, but man, I wish I did. I really enjoy watching it. I don't know a lot of the players. I try to read up, but with baseball and football, it's my in-between football and baseball season. And but man, I really like the Caps. I used to go to quite a few minor league hockey games, and I've gone to a few of the pro hockey, and it's just such an elegant but violent sport. But I got this Alex Ovechkin. I was really looking for it. Didn't want to break the bank on either one of these. I just was happy to get it. I think I've mentioned that before. I wanted it when I got that Tom Wilson. And that one is number 2. Let's see, I can't remember. I think it's 75. Yeah. Or it might be 15. Yep, 15. Number to 15. And just tell a little story on this, so maybe it'll help anybody else when you go to these shows. I went to first table I went to, and I told my dad, hey, be on the lookout for these cards. He doesn't know much about cards. He got them when he was a kid. I'm not gonna say he really collected them, but him and his friends would get in the floor and play baseball games with them. And I have his cards from when he was a kid. And they're not in the greatest of shape, but they're in good shape. So, and I got rid of the ones that are all tore up. But he kind of let the guy know that I have a lot of stuff and I kind of know what I'm looking at. And I had to pull him off and like, hey, I like to play a little dumb. And I don't know why. I like to come from where I don't like to come off that I know more than what I know. Those guys do that as their business or side business. They're in it a lot more than I am. So they're going to know a lot more than I do because they deal with it all the time. I come at it as a hobby. So I'm always learning. And he didn't mean anything by it. And I wasn't mad or anything. I never would be mad at my dad for saying something. He was just, he likes to brag on me even as old as I am. But anyway, it was the first table I went to. He gave me a price of $100 for it. I said, you know what? You're my first table. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to look around. I just got here. So I walked around. I wanted to go through all the tables. I went through all the boxes and looking at stuff. And what I liked was it wasn't overrun almost like the National was this year with 50s and 60s cards. It had a good selection of 70s and 80s cards, and it even had the mid upper 80s to mid to late 90s cards that everybody calls the junk era cards. There was quite a few of those. People selling boxes of them. People were asking too much for them, and I don't really look for those boxes anymore. A guy had an 83 box of Fleer, and I asked him how much they were because I picked up the box and it was full. but it was just an empty box, and he had a bunch of like 86 tops packed. And he said, I'll give you a good price on them. I was like, yeah, I bet you will. I wasn't, as to me, I already have 86 tops. I have that set over a few. But anyway, I was walking around, found the Jacob deGrom a little bit later, guy, and a box of autos. This guy had a glass box with like Dansby Swanson and these other guys that are not Jacob deGrom status in this glass case. And I was like, all right. So he had a thing called with a box with teams on it, and it said numbered autograph memorabilia. That's right up my alley. I was looking for bargains, trying to find some up and comers, and I'll show you some stuff that I got from that guy. But anyway, back to the story. This was in there, and I was like, oh my goodness, how much? And it had $100 sticker on the top. I'm going to change this because it's a little rough shape. But I go, how much do you looking for this? It's in this discount box here. And he goes, oh, well, it's 100 for the red ink, but I'll sell it to you for 80. And I was like, all right, let me go look around. And a couple of tables down, I found the same card, but blue ink, unnumbered. The guy was asking 100 for that. Wasn't coming down off of it. Me and my dad went and ate lunch where I thought about it. Got some cash, because cash rules at a card show. If you have cash, you'll get better prices. When you get a card, they have to pay fees, and then everything that you negotiated, once they find out it's a card, they got to renegotiate because they got to pay a fee. And they always go, well, I'll pay some of the fee, but you're going to have to give you a bigger price. So anyway, I go to the Capitals table, and I go, hey, I was here this morning. This was like 1:30, 2 o'clock. And I said, well, I was looking at the Ovechkin. I'm going to be that guy that says, hey, I'm going to be back. And I actually came back. Because they always joke that never happens. But anyway, oh yeah, and he goes, what was I offering you for that? He goes, wasn't it 75? And I went, yeah, sure, 75. Is that the best you can do? It's 75? And he goes, yeah, that's the best I can do. And I was like, all right, I'll take it for 75. So the man came off $5 already. That's why I like to go on Sunday, because I bet you Sunday I probably got it for 65. And then I walked around, picked up a few other things because the other table was further away with the deGrom. Walked around there, did the same thing. Hey, I was here a little earlier, talking about just deGrom. I said, so what was it you were saying you sell it for? And he goes, 75. So I only made $5 off the deal from where they were talking. But, I got two probably Hall of Famers. Ovechkin, no doubt. deGrom, unless his arm falls off. As long as he puts in another 4 or 5 years in at anywhere quality what he's doing now, he's a Hall of Famer, but he'll probably be Cy Young. So I feel like I got a good deal on both of them. Not steals by any stance, but I feel like I did well on them. So I feel better about that. So after that, I walked around, and that I looked for 71s. And I found a guy that had a bunch of 71s stacked. And for how much you bought, they gave you a percentage off. So I looked at them, and I picked up a couple of rookies. Ken Singleton, his son played for a couple of teams, and Angels, and Hal McRae, Vida Pinson, Terry Crowley, Alan Gallagher, Rick Austin rookie card, John Ellis, which is a pretty big name. And they're all, if you look at them, man, these are some great shaped cards. He must have pulled these right out of a box. They're beautiful cards. And there's no like short print higher cards in 70s and 60s. And that's where Heritage gets their high end, their high numbered cards as short prints. They copy that. And so there was no short prints in there, and there was no stars. Like, I was looking for the Thurman Munson. That's a rookie card that year. A 10 goes for like $700. Pete Rose, Hank Aaron, Willie McCovey. Some of the bigger names, because I'm looking for those raw. Because if you get them already graded, they're going to cost you quite a bit of money. If you can find them cheap, grab them. 71s especially because of the black. It shows every little nick on the corners. You see how it's got that little white right there? You're not gonna find perfect corners on these. It's almost impossible to get a 10. Uh, I was really impressed with this Terry Crowley. When I saw that, I was like, wow, centered corners look crisp. Really good looking card. Uh, so that was one reason I picked that up. I mean, I could have probably bought the whole stack and been real happy. But anyway, back to my story. I picked up the lady goes, yeah, I have them over here. He has them here, and they were marked. And he was selling them pretty much for mint quality. It had a note saying mint cards, but they won't grade it. And I want people to understand, just because somebody says they're mint, they need to be graded. A person can't eyeball it and go, oh, it's a mint. It needs to be PSA or Beckett. And one day I might go over all the different ones and who do I go with. I go with PSA, but I'm not going to shoot down Beckett. They're the two main ones I look at. But I really get the PSA unless it's the one I really want in a Beckett. But anyway, he was great. He was selling them as they were 9s and 10s. He had a Thurman Munson he was selling for $400 raw, and a Pete Rose for about, and it was just ridiculous. So I just walked away. It wasn't, it's not, you can't negotiate down from that. If Thurman Munson was around $100 and it looked like that raw, I would have probably bought it, but not for almost $400, $500, $600, and it's not graded. Just a little educational. Make sure just because somebody says it's mint, unless it's been graded, nobody can sit there and say that. And of course, graded doesn't mean, I've seen some graded cards come back at 6s and 7s, which we'll go over in another day. And I can't understand why they're 6s or 7s. And I've seen people send them back and get them back at 9s. So of course, graders are not 100% either, but that's what we work off of in the hobby, and that's where it's going to. And here's some cards. Now that box, I was talking to you about numbers and stuff. Well, actually, this is another guy that had the blue. I got that one, and his number Conforto. And I have several of these, but it was like $1, I think, so I picked it up. Out of 25, I love Inception. I always tell you I love Inception. I was looking for numbered Inception and autographed Inceptions there. Didn't find a whole lot. David Wright out of 99. Another David Wright. Couldn't find a lot of his stuff either, unless it was high-end stuff. I got another deGrom out of 27. Triple threads. I really like that. It really look good there. Steve Matz Strata autograph. I just like the way that looked, and it was cheap. Gelman, Robert Gelman, and again, that's a Topps gold bordered, well, not even border, framed card, and I think it is not numbered, but it's still gold frame, Topps gold label. This is one of their prospects for the Mets, Justin Dunn. Again, I got this out of a $1, $2 box or whatever. I showed you some of his prospect cards I got out of a break. I love that on-card signature. Looks really good. I didn't have his auto. And then he's next to, man, I picked up a Wally Backman last week, or 2 weeks ago before I went on vacation. I showed y'all. But same era people, Greg Jeffries, which I got his autograph at the National and a helmet. Love that one. And then Tim Tefel. And these are all guys that played in the mid-'80s World Series team. So now I have Doc Gooden auto. I have Darryl Strawberry auto. I have I want Howard Johnson, even though he didn't play on that team. He's one of my favorites. I was looking for Howard Johnson, didn't see it. I found one on eBay, but it's a in-person auto. So I might still pull the trigger on that. But that's my pickup from the show. Like I said, I didn't buy a lot of cards. I went kind of bargain hunting. Got the two I wanted. I didn't get too crazy. I bought packs while I was there, so I have pops of packs while I was watching games at night and stuff, talking to the family. But what I did do is I bought a box, 4 boxes. I opened up from at the show. I got a box of hockey artifacts, which I'm trying to. I love hockey. I love their cards. I'm only going to go high end. I'm only going to try to pick up the ones I want. So caps mainly, but I wanted this box. I've watched it open a few times online. People open them, breaks, and I really liked them. And so I opened up this, and this is the 3 hits I got out of it. Matthew Barzell out of 125. And please, if anybody knows anything about these guys, put it down at the bottom because I couldn't tell you. But I really like these patches on here. Larry Robson. That was a little plain, but 99. We got a 2 color there. And then this one I love. It's out of 5. 5 of 5. Look at that patches down there at the bottom, man. Chunky. Really nice. And then I didn't bring it over here with me. I left it at my computer because I just sent it off. What they're doing is you get a RPA, a rookie auto, rookie patch auto, but it's not like the other ones where they put like minor league or wherever they played at before. And it's for the Jets. I know that. So it's going to be a rookie that's on the Jets. They haven't named him. It's going to be numbered out of like 499 or something like that. And I get it in 12 to 16 weeks is what it told me when I put the redemption in. So 3 to 4 months, I'll have my patch auto from that box. And I love these cards because pretty much very thick stock. It's upper deck. Very nice cards and very nice product. I really like that product. And then I bought 3 baseball boxes, and I'll open this on another one. I don't want to go too long, but I got a box of high number. Just trying to hit some short prints and maybe get some those Mets cards that are on this one, the amazing Mets, 69 Mets. That's the real reason why I got it. Nolan Ryan auto. I mean, I almost purchased it on eBay, and then I really liked that Ryan Say I got a couple of weeks ago, so I purchased another one of these. Got a better price on it too. And then I never do well with these. I'm horrible with this product. But I got another one. Clearly Authentic autograph. This is my first one for this year. I've gotten a break or 2. I ain't done well. I bought one of these last year. I can't even remember the guy I got. It was just so unmemorable. I just don't do well with it. But it was like $40 maybe for it. So you get it's going to be an autograph. Just like the lottery this week. You got to play to win, right? You can't get the billion unless you play. So that's it. That's my cards from the show that I went to in Virginia. The show was big for a local show, but it was kind of not supposed to be a local show. So to me, it was kind of small on that front because I was thinking more of a region and because there was people from the National at this one, and I know they're not from that area. And I was expecting a little bit more. I didn't like the way they did that was one of the reasons I didn't get any autos because it was not set up very well. They didn't have a board telling you had to go searching for prices, and then you had to go search what time the people were going to be there. It just wasn't set up very nice for convenience wise. But very good location, a lot of food places around there, which you don't find at those type of things. And so you didn't have to buy the overpriced food there. And the prices, the people there selling were a lot easier to work with. It was a great crowd there. I was really impressed with the crowd. And I mean, that area of the country is a lot of people. But yeah, the people selling, they were there to sell. It wasn't like the National where you almost wonder if they were really there to sell. I didn't, that. But these people were selling, motivated sellers. They were selling. I know it's getting into the year, summer. Not too many more shows for the rest of the year. My local car shop's doing one in 2 weeks, but I got to work, so I'll miss it. But money saved in my pocket. So anyway, thanks for watching. I know this one wasn't too much exciting. I mean, this showed you some cards. I really do. I can't get my camera right tonight, people. I really do like my Ovechkin, deGrom. So excited. The whole week I was at my parents' house. I had the Ovechkin sitting out so I could see it the whole time. Like a little kid, I with my new Christmas gift. It was great. So if you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, please, share it with friends. Leave some messages. Let me know what I can do better, how to be better. A lot of my friends that saw me, they told me some things. Want me to be more exciting. I don't know what they want me to do. Dance, sing, I don't know. But anything will help. I love the comments and positive feedback or negative feedback. Just feedback. And till next time, we're going to open up some boxes and see what I got in those. And till then, Big Scott 35 on YouTube, Big Scott 35 Instagram, Big Scott 35 on Twitch. Been Fortnite it up. Me COD, I think. After this weekend, I got to work. So I'll be playing that. And I got some Assassin's Creed and Red Dead Redemption tomorrow night at late night sale. So I'm going to pick that up. Already paid for it. So I'll be twitching it up. So check me out on there. And I'll see you next time. Bye.